Hey guys, Craig here, product manager at Broker Engine. Just wanted to run through a couple of use cases here for using Broker Engine with the other apps you might be using. And one main use case for me anyway at the moment is in my reviews. So we run, very briefly, we run a review process that looks something like this. The review will trigger out of Broker Engine, based on your settings, maybe 60 days, 70 days before a fixed rate expiry, if that's your setting, or scheduled review. My team based in Manila at the moment would run the review checklist, so things like desktop val that update the interest rates, and they provide a confirmed reversion rate if it's coming off a fixed rate or interest only expiry. And then we provide to the client a report, so the report of either a no change report, pricing report, or something like that. And an example of that report, and there's another video on this, but an example of that report is this one here. So it's just a report that's generated from Broker Engine, and it just really sort of says to the client, we've just got you 0.12% discount. That saves you this amount of money. If you keep paying the same amount, it'll save you 8 months off your loan term. So we do that. Now, when I was doing that, I'd send those out to the client, and sometimes you wouldn't hear back. So you've done all that work, you've saved the client money, and you wouldn't hear back. They could be happy, but you wouldn't hear back, and you also potentially lose the opportunity for an upsell or for a referral or something like that. So what we've done, I've changed my process slightly, and what I've done is I've automated it to use Broker Engine with Zapier, with Tricall, with Calendly, and I'll show you how that works now. So step one would be my team would have done the review. So I'll come into here, and I'll be able to see in Broker Engine, a summary of all the clients' deals and loans, and including expiry dates and things like that. So I'll see all that detail. I'll go, great, I'm ready to do the review. I have the updated data. Maybe I've got pricing already done. Now I'm going to add a tag. I'm doing it manually, but I'll show you shortly how we would automate this as part of workflow. I'm going to do a tag, so I Tricall Zap review, just by adding that tag. What that's going to do is, using Zapier, it's going to, I've created a little Zap, and we can of course help you settle this up, so no issues there. I've created a little Zap that's going to send a voice campaign via Tricall, and hopefully by some magic you're going to see on your screen now that what it does is it drops a voicemail onto the client's phone. So it looks like I've actually called the client. I haven't called them, it looks like I've called the client. And so you see on your screen now a little voice to text there. It's garbled, which is fine because it's just a generic message. We don't really want the client to actually listen to it. The key part of it is that the second text message follows up with, hi John, hi Mary, and it just says, hey, I've just tried to call you, here's my calendar link. And you'll see that here. So what it looks like to the client is I've called them, I've left a voicemail, which is done voice to text, and I've then sent them a text message immediately after saying, hey, I've just tried to call, could you book in here, type of thing. And what you'll see now is when they click on that calendar link using Calendly, they can now very easily on their phone or on their computer pick a time or a date. I've set up a special 20-minute Calendly appointment there with times. They can just book straight in. So all I've done there is added one tag in Broker Engine. It's dropped the voicemail on their phone. It's sent them a text message with the calendar link, and they've now booked in Calendly. And there's other ways you can use that. That's just one use case. And what, of course, I'm hoping for after that appointment or on that appointment is I'll present the good news if I have it, or I'll discuss why we couldn't do anything, maybe on a fixed rate. And then also I'm looking for a general market update for the client, and obviously also looking for potential referral opportunities and things like that as well. We can also automate that. So for example, another use case might be that you want to build that into your workflow. So you can actually go, look, there's a new lead, come in, you might want to use it as part of new lead. So you got an email, new lead comes in, it immediately sends out an email to the client. You then have a tag, Zap, Tricall new leads. You can actually send out as if you've called the client, and it'll drop a voicemail on there. Hey, just saw your lead, just saw you contacted us, please give me a call back, or here's my calendar link, type of thing. So you can actually make it look like you've called that lead. And as we all know, calling leads within 5 minutes is very, very important. And you can then obviously set up a bit of a delay, and then maybe another tag and another email, etc., etc. But you can sort of see a few cases there where you can use, Broker Engine with tags, with workflow, with Zapier, with Tricall, with Calendly to really sort of, really make an amazing process. And we, of course, provide you with out-of-the-box default templates and workflow, so you're not starting from scratch. So that's a quick example of using Broker Engine with other apps you may be using. Craig here, Product Manager, Broker Engine. If you're anything of interest there, please jump on to brokerengine.com.au and request a demo. Thanks, and bye for now.